Welcome everyone. I've always wondered if in Starfield, if crime really does pay. So in this video, we're going to analyze just that. I'm going to split these crime analysis videos into a couple videos to keep it shorter, also so you can watch the topics that you're most interested in. Part 1 will cover Aurora, pickpocketing, and piracy. Part 2 will be solely disabling, docking, and selling ships. To begin with, I want to define whether crimes are worth it by either being fun or earning enough resources to justify the time spent. There's a lot to cover, so let's get started. First is Aurora, which most of you guys know, but if you don't, it's a contraband item which is only legal on Neon. You'll be stopped elsewhere for transporting it, so you'll have to know where to sell it in order to avoid all these contraband scans. You can first learn to manufacture Aurora yourself by completing the Neon questline, beginning with the mission Loose Ends. It will be one of the first missions you receive after landing on Neon, and you can't miss it. After completing the questline, you can now produce your own Aurora at any pharmaceutical lab. You don't even need the chemistry skill. You'll only need 4 ingredients, with the rarest and most expensive being chasm bass oil. You can get this either from buying it from Neon vendors or from farming chasm bass in the waters below Neon. Chasm bass oil is expensive to buy, and you will lose money if you outright buy chasm bass oil, so really your only option to be profitable is to farm it. However, unfortunately, chasm bass don't always spawn, and even if they do, there's only a few, and I found that they take a while to respawn. Aurora itself sells for about 100 credits each, which isn't terribly much. Given all the time and randomness in obtaining the chasm bass oil, manufacturing, and then selling Aurora, it's not really profitable. You'll have much better luck making your own performance-enhancing drug empire with AMP or really anything else. Those ingredients are much more common, and although they sell for less, they aren't contraband and you can mass produce them. Next up is pickpocketing. Once you fully upgrade your pickpocketing skill to rank 4, you'll have a 50% better chance to succeed in pickpocketing. You'll definitely want to have this if you want to be a full-time thief, because you don't want to keep having to save and restart each time you fail a pickpocket. However, I've found that most people don't really carry that much, so you'll definitely be limited in how much you can earn. Most people only carry credits or some food, and sometimes there's some aid items such as med packs. Once at rank 4, you can steal weapons, but the percent of success is scaled based on the weapon value. As you can see in the video, it took me almost 10 tries to steal the 1600 credit weapon. I found that nothing has a 100% chance of success. It's more like 90 if it's something that's easily stealable. So you'll end up having to save your game too often and reload if you're caught. All things considered, you can make a few thousand credits in about 10 minutes if you prioritize stealing weapons. But unless you're role-playing a thief, there's much better ways to make credits. The final crime to analyze for this video is piracy. There's a lot of variables in piracy targets, and you don't always find civilian ships or Galbank transports while traveling the universe. Sometimes you get random NPCs, sometimes there's ship battles, sometimes there's nothing. So it's definitely a hit or miss activity. So I find that piracy is a passive activity to do while you're just traveling the universe. If you do want to partake in piracy, you'll definitely make more credits and even earn experience by first accepting some Crimson Fleet bounties. Most are pretty quick and actually pay quite well. To analyze the profitability of pirating, I pirated 20 random ships and collected data on everything I stole. Credits, ship parts, and all the other miscellaneous items such as resources and crafting components. In total, I stole about 42,000 credits, 8,700 credits worth of ship parts, and 8,400 credits worth of miscellaneous items. This is if I sold all the ship parts, miscellaneous items to any vendor, that calculates about how many credits I would earn. However, each time you pirate a ship, you'll end up accruing a bounty of 1,500 credits. And then furthermore, to clear it at a bounty clearing terminal, it increases to 1,650 credits per ship. So you definitely have to take that into consideration, and it does eat into your profit. So adding our gross and subtracting out our bounties, we net about 26,700 credits, which equals on average about 1,334 credits per ship. This doesn't seem like much, but this is just random ships. You could greatly increase your average if you only pirated Galbank transports. I ended up pirating 2, and the average haul from just those 2 was 5,500 credits each. You can also upgrade your scanning skill to be able to scan ships before trying to pirate them to see if they're worth it. At rank 4, you can see the complete cargo list. Once you know the complete cargo list, you can actually identify if the ship is worth it. One thing that I found, the most important item that you can pirate is ship parts. In prolonged or difficult ship battles, you can easily end up using 5 or more ship parts to repair your ship and stay alive. This is especially true in the early game when you have a weaker ship or haven't had the chance to invest in any ship-related skills. If you end up buying ship parts from vendors, ship parts are actually going to hold a lot more value when you steal them from ships. For me to buy ship parts, each one costs about 980 credits, which this might vary depending on if you have the commerce skill rank maxed out. From the 20 pirated ships, I found a total of 44 ship parts, which would have a purchase value of over 42,000 credits. Overall, pirating is a great way to passively make credits and ship parts as you do other activities. This is especially true if you're low on ship parts. However, you just have to make sure that you clear your bounty often so you don't get jailed and end up losing any stolen items, and you will end up losing experience points each time you get jailed. Overall, in my opinion, manufacturing Aurora and pickpocketing aren't worth the time spent in the skill investment. But pirating is fun, and you'll get some much needed resources, so I do recommend trying out pirating. If you agree or disagree, please comment below and let me know your thoughts. My next video is going to be a part 2 on these crime analysis videos, and it's going to be a deep dive into boarding and selling ships, so be on the lookout for that video. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe. This is a new channel, so subscribing really helps grow the channel, and I really appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.